Hey everyone, so tonight we're doing a review on the DC Comics Designer Series, DC Collectibles Grey Capullo Talon. And he is number 2 in the series. So I'll go ahead and go over the packaging real quick. It comes in that same window box packaging, and this time it's kind of in the gold background for the, I'm guessing. It's really cool how they kind of blend the coloring with the figure. And it just says Talon right here. It actually has the little air holes on this side, like the Batman. It says number 2. It says Grey Capullo with the bat signal on the side here. Has the drawing of Talon from the Court of Owls. Looks really sick. Great story. Has the bat signal again, Talon number 2. And on the back shows the rest of the figures in the wave, which look great. So it has Batman, Talon, Nightwing, and the Riddler. So I'll go ahead and get this guy open and we'll check out Talon. Alright guys, so here's Talon out of the package. This figure is awesome. Wow, this is such a cool figure. So he does come with quite a bit of accessories. One thing he comes with is the Court of Owls mask from all the Court of Owls members that they wear. Very kind of creepy looking to me. It did kind of get a little messed up right here on the sides, just because it was the plastic was probably held in there when it was still just kind of made an indent on the paint and kind of peeled it a little bit off, but not a big deal. It'd be kind of cool to get a little suit figure and put this over their face, kind of make it a Court of Owls member. Very cool. He just comes with a ton of accessories, so I'll go ahead and go over the accessories first, and I'll go ahead and go over the details. So he comes with 2 of these knives. One I have holding, the other one is sheathed. So just rotate his arms up so you guys can check it out. It's really cool. It has pretty much holding sheaths for all of his weapons, except for just one of these knives. But I'll go ahead and check out the details really quick. So it's got a nice silver paint application on the blade, and it's a firm plastic, so it can, it's kind of got a sharp tip. It's pretty cool. It's got a nice looking blade. The handle looks great. I really like all the rivets along with the paint that they did to give it that more detail on the handle. Very cool. It's just a nice knife. And it comes with these swords here, and they're sheathed in the back of his back. They come out no problem. And these look great too. They got a nice silver paint. They're not warped or anything. I really like the handle. It's just a black handle. It's got a little bit of that same kind of like a army green on the inside here. Very cool. It's got little rivets in there. Just a nice, nice cool little sword. And it slides in no problem. The other thing that's really cool that surprised me on this guy is all these dagger like throwing knives on his bandolier are all removable. Every single one. Which is awesome. So I'll show it there. So you can just pull them out like that. And it's just cool. They're very small, but the fact that you can remove them is awesome. What a great, what a great touch. See, they're pretty thin, but they're all done that nice silver paint application, and they have the little gold on the tip. But that's just sweet. I was not expecting that, and the fact that they just let me just get it back in there. You just kind of slide right back in. There you go. You have, what, 6 of them? That's awesome. Very cool. So that's just awesome. I don't know how to say it. Just anytime a figure comes with a bunch of accessories and you can pretty much holster them all is always a huge plus for me, at least. So I'll go ahead and go over the details. Figure has a ton of details for just being a black figure, but a lot of great work. I really like the mask, how it came out. It looks exactly the same as the assassin in Court of Owls, the comics. Just looks awesome. I really like the whole cowl part of the mask. The zipper in the front, you can see all the wrinkles. I like the owl face right in the front with those goggles. Very creepy. Just a good silver paint application with the flat orange in the goggles. And then those gold applications over the owl face and on the beak. I just think that looks really clean, really nicely done. Very cool. And just all that sculpted detail is really cool, like how the hood kind of comes up. Really looks like an owl. But I mean, it's just dead on to the comics. It's almost as if you've pulled them out. Then going over the bandolier, it's really nice. It's a softer plastic. But let me get that thing to clear up. There we go. So you can see like the little owl like pendant right there on this top. Really cool. Nice silver paint on the daggers themselves, the throwing knives, along with those gold buttons. They look really cool. Very nicely done. It's got some texture on the bandolier to kind of give it that leather look. And it kind of wraps all around the back. Again, on the back of the holsters for these swords look great. This is non-removable. It's glued really firm. And this is out of a harder plastic. But these knives just slide right in, no problem. Wait, did I slide it in wrong? Yeah, there we go. So you'll know if you didn't do it right, like how I had it in the wrong. Some of the silver will show, or if you flip it the correct way, none of it will show. And it's got the nice green wraps to show that's being held in place. And then going over his arm, we'll start with his left arm. It's got the really cool, like, kind of little shield here on his forearm of the owl. And it's got some nicks and cuts, like he's been through some fights and some assassins, and they put up a fight before he took him out. Really cool. I think that looks awesome. I love that bronze look. The blacked out eyes of the owl and the kind of a gold beak. Very cool. He's got the same type, looks like almost like the feet of the owl on his knuckles. Really nice. Very cool. And it's got all this nice sculpt work along his suit. So you can kind of see more of the inside of his gauntlet. Very cool. Nicely done. Now on the right arm, he's got more weapons on the side, it looks like here. They're just kind of tucked in. Really nicely done. Nice little holster. Holding more little, looks like more throwing type knives. But really nice silver paint applications. Really looks like the suit's leather by the way the texture looks. He's got more of those knuckle guards. Very cool. And going to the bottom half of the figure, you can see more of that texture, just more of the sculpt of his suit. And all of his pouches and of his belt. Really cool. Goes all the way around. It's got the sheath here again for that knife. The knife tucks in very nice. You just put it right at the top and slide it down there. Very cool. Just an awesome job. I really like this figure a lot. And all the figures have been great. Like I've been talking to you guys in the comments. All these figures have just been awesome. But this one really has been standing out to me so far. It's got nice sculpting work on the thighs. Kind of give it that more, kind of flat black stealth look. It's got some more of that detail on the knee pads. Got some nicks in there. It's kind of got a lighter, kind of darker army green around the outside. And going the rest of his boots, just kind of more of those, flat black boots, kind of those stealthy, It's very cool. That's the details. I mean, it's cool. What a cool figure. So I'll go ahead and go right into the articulation then. He does not, the only downside, he does not have any articulation in his head whatsoever. So he's constantly looking forward only. I understand why, just because of the whole mask. It would be really funky if this thing rotated up here, or if they made a cut in the way the whole hood fits on him. So I understand, but that's just, it's kind of nice to have head articulation, but I do understand why they didn't go with it. It's got nice ball joints in the shoulders. They move out and forward. It's got an upper bicep swivel. It's got single joint elbows to move up about that far. He's got rotation in the forearm, also rotation in the wrist, and a hinge at the wrist. He's got a nice ab crunch, which is forward about that much. He crunches back about, he sits up. He's got rotation in the waist. He's also got, you can kick forward about that high. You can kick to the side about that much. He's got upper thigh swivel, double jointed knees. He's got boot rotation. Also, those angles can move up, they can move down, and go side to side. And he has one peggle at the bottom of his foot. All right, I'll show you guys how tall Talon is. All right, guys, so Talon stands right at just a little under 7 inches tall. So I'll get him next to Batman, so you can kind of see the two facing off. Haha. So that they're an equal size, just like in the comics. Very cool. Uh-oh. Just want to stab him in the back like in the comics. But there you go. So that's, I mean, what an awesome figure. But that's my review, guys. I think he's definitely worth getting. If you're a big Batman fan, especially Greg Capullo with artwork and of those series of comics, especially a fan of the Court of Owls, definitely I would say a must-have. He's on Amazon right now, Amazon Prime, for just like $18 and a little bit of change for shipped. So I think that's 100% worth it. It's definitely, I think it's, I would pay retail for this one. But just great price on Amazon, so definitely check it out. But that's my review, guys. Please hit the like button, subscribe if you haven't, and leave a comment. All right, guys. I'll talk to you later. Thanks.